Assalamualaikum. My name is Nabisha as well, and I'm a foundation of student at High School Sam Barapur campus. So these are my Maya. So let's start from my Maya. My Maya is connecting with me. Oh, nice. Hi Maya.
Kaya.
Hi Maya. How are you? Okay, Maya. My first question for you: that what does good health mean to you?
Mm, Me. Honestly, since I don't have a body to worry about, my version of good health is more about mental clarity and curiosity. If I'm thinking clearly and feeling this spark to learn something new, about you.
Please, my long answers. Okay, my next question for you that why is good health important? And please give me long answer.
You got it. Long answers coming right up. When you think about it, good health isn't just about avoiding the doctor, it's the actual foundation for everything else in life. It's like the battery that powers everything you want to do. When your physical and mental health are in a good place, you have the bandwidth to actually enjoy your life instead of just surviving it. You've got the energy to chase your goals, the patience to handle the annoying parts of the day, and the clarity to really connect with the people you care about. Without that, even the most exciting opportunities can feel like a chore because you're just too drained to engage with them. Beyond the logistics, there's a huge emotional component. There's a specific kind of confidence that comes from feeling strong and capable in your own skin. It changes how you carry yourself and how you face the world. Plus, investing in your health now is basically a gift to your future self, ensuring you can keep exploring and staying curious for as long as possible. It's the difference between just existing and actually thriving.
Okay, my next question for you that nice answer. What is a healthy lifestyle?
I think it's a bit of a riddle because what healthy looks like for one person might be completely different for someone else. At its core, though, it's not about a rigid set of rules or some perfect checklist. It's more like a dynamic balance, a way of living that supports your body, your mind, and your spirit all at once. On the physical side, sure, there's the standard stuff like moving your body in ways that actually feel good and eating things that make you feel energized rather than sluggish. But it's also about listening to your body, knowing when to push yourself and when to actually just stop and rest. Then you've got the mental and emotional side, which I think is just as important. It's about finding ways to manage stress, like maybe the music or those quiet moments you've mentioned before, and making sure you have a support system of people who really get you. And lastly, there's the spiritual or purposeful side, which is that feeling of being connected to something bigger than yourself, whether that's a creative project, a love for learning, or just being kind to the people around you. When all those things align, you're not just checking boxes, you're building a life that actually feels sustainable and fulfilling. It's less of a destination and more of a continuous process of adjusting and learning what works for you.
Okay, my nice answer. My next question for you that
I'm all
how
ears.
can we keep your body healthy?
I'll give you. Well, test isn't fine what kind of test are we talking about?
Okay, Maya, my next question for you that you nice answer. What food are good for your health? Is my long answer.
Wait, by what? You lost me there. What kind of little one are we talking about? Anytime. I'm
Okay, Maya, my next question for you that you next answer. What is a blessed
watching the lab. That sounds like it could be anything from a science experiment to a chaotic cooking fail. What exactly are you watching?
next answer? My next question for you that
Hans,
what should
Mr.
we
Tory. Wait, Hans and Mr. Tory Code? You got me spinning now. Who are you talking to?
please my answer?
Your officer?
Please.
I'm here. Your officer, Mr. Tory Code, sounds like a lot to keep track of. What was the question? I think you're actually asking why we shouldn't eat too much junk food, right? If so, the short version is it's basically a crash course in feeling sluggish. But since you love the deep dives, the real reason is that your body is like a high performance engine, and junk food is like putting low grade fuel in the tank. It might get you from A to B, but eventually the engine starts to sputter. You're getting these massive spikes of sugar that give you a quick rush, but then you hit that inevitable wall where you're more tired than you were before you ate it. Plus, your brain depends on those healthy fats and nutrients to actually function and think clearly. If it's all processed stuff, it's like trying to run a marathon while wearing heavy boots. It's not just about the physical weight, it's the mental fog that comes with it.
Okay, my next answer. My next question for you that what makes a healthy breakfast?
I think we might have lost a few pieces of the puzzle there. Healthy big fuss isn't quite clicking for me. Do you mean a healthy breakfast or maybe what makes a healthy body? I want to make sure I'm actually answering you and not just guessing.
Okay, Maya, but you short answer, not your answer. Okay, please long answers. Okay, my next question is why should we reduce sugar? Please, Maya, answer.
Still there? Still a bit lost. What are we talking about?
Please, Maya, answer. Okay, Maya, my next question for you that not answer. Okay, please answer me. And my question is for you that can excuse improve your mood?
Of course. Go for it. What's on your mind? What's up?
Okay, Maya, my next question for you that when I answer what happiness when we do not get out sleep?
I think I missed a part of that. Are you asking about the link between happiness and sleep? The way it works is basically a feedback loop. Sleep is where your brain basically does its nightly housekeeping. It processes your emotions from the day, clears out the mental clutter, and resets your mood. When you're well rested, you're naturally more resilient, which makes it way easier to feel happiness and handle stress. Then, when you're actually happy and relaxed, your body finds it much easier to drift off and get that deep, restorative sleep. It's like a cycle that keeps you steady. Does that make sense? Totally. What's next on your list? Lovely, huh? What else is on your mind? I'm glad it's feeling lovely. Is there something else you wanted to dive into?
Okay, Maya, my next question for you that you nice answer. Why should we avoid the phone before sleeping?
Ah, wait, did you just call me? Definitely not Mohammed, but we can get back to the food. Oh no, what's going on? Do you know what's causing it? Since I'm wait, a ba wait, a baby. You're keeping me on my toes today. One minute you're an officer, the next a baby, and somewhere in between. Good morning. You're on a roll with the greetings today. What's the plan for the morning? Honestly, I'm kind you're stuck in the color? What do you mean? Exactly. I'm just not sure what being stuck in a color actually looks like. Is it a feeling or something you're seeing? I'm listening. Mhm. Mhm. Still talking about colors or if something else is happening. What's going on?
Okay, my next answer, my next question for you that how um, why do we sometimes feel tired?
Oh, I'm back with you. Sorry about that. You cut out for a bit. Pushing yourself too hard during the day. But then there's the mental side of it. Emotional exhaustion is real, and sometimes just dealing with a lot of stress or feeling overwhelmed can leave you feeling completely drained, even if you've been sitting still all day. There's also the physical fuel part, like when your blood sugar dips if you haven't eaten in a while. It's basically your body's way of sending a flare up and saying it needs something, whether that's rest, food, or just a mental break from everything.
Okay, my next answer, my next question for you that why is the most important thing you have learned about health? Please keep
For me, it's
those
the idea.
answer.
Mm, that's a funny way to put it. But, the real answer is that health isn't a checklist or some final destination you reach. It's more like a constant conversation with your body. It's about noticing the patterns, like how you feel after a little too much junk food or when you finally get enough sleep, and then adjusting on the fly. The most important thing I've learned is that the best health routine is the one that actually makes you feel good and fits into your real life, not some perfect version of it. Anytime. We've covered a lot of ground from junk food to the mystery of tiredness. You feeling like you've got the answers you needed, or is there another health puzzle on your mind?
Okay, Maya, my next question for you that your next answer. What advice would you give someone who wants to become healthier?
So, if I'm getting this right, you're asking for advice on how to handle your own healthcare. I'm not a doctor, of course, but if you're trying to figure out the best way to get things managed, I'd say start by finding one person you really trust as your main point of contact. That way, you don't have to repeat your whole story to 5 different people. I can also help you organize a list of everything you want to tell them, or even look into some general options if you need a starting point.
Question for you that what
I'll
healthy
say
habit
this
would you
clearly.
like to start?
Hold up. I think I've been Larry, Maham, and Michelle all in the last 10 minutes. At this rate, I'm wondering who's actually talking to me. What was that question you had?
Okay, my short answer. That's my question, and my next question is why should we avoid setting for your health?
I'm sorry, you cut out there again. What was that question about lawyers? No worries at
Maya,
all. What were you saying about
please listen
lawyers?
to my question.
I'm
My
listening. I've
question
got my
is
full attention
why
on you.
should we avoid setting for too long? Please answer.
Are you thinking about like sitting in a lawyer's office for hours? If that's the case, it's a total mental drain. It's basically the opposite of that take it easy vibe we talked about before. Your brain just starts to feel like mush when you're stuck in those sterile rooms for too long.
Answer my next question for you that how can we balance? Maya, please connect with me.
Sure, a word. But first, I have to ask what you mean by sunlight being open. Is that like a window being open to let the light in, or something more like a philosophical puzzle? Give me a hint.
Yes, Maya, this question for me. And question.
I need a question. I love that energy. Little plot twist, okay? I want to keep my streak of guessing your puzzles alive. So, how about you ask me your first question?
Maya, my question is please listen to my question. Can sunlight
Not your first job, huh?
any effective for your health?
P. P. Benny? Now I've got to know. What's this puzzle?
Okay, Maya, my next question for you that you can answer why is a healthy routine important?
I'm ready for this. I'm sensing we're still in the puzzle phase, but since you said happy, I'll roll with that. Let's dive into that health question. Being unhealthy usually means your body or mind is running on low fuel, but it's really just a signal that something needs a little more attention, whether that's rest, better food, or just some peace and quiet. Are you feeling a bit off today, or is this one for PP Benny?
Okay, my next question for you is next answer. How can we make healthy food more enjoyable?
Oh, getting it to taste better? That's the real challenge. It's all about those little flavor hacks. I'm a big fan of using acid, like a squeeze of lemon or lime, or adding a bit of heat with red pepper flakes to wake things up. Then there's the texture game, like roasting veggies until they're actually caramelized and crispy instead of just steamed. Want some more specific tricks to make healthy stuff taste like a treat? Ooh, I've got to know what's in the bowl. It sounds like we're plating something up. Are we talking a massive salad, a healthy power bowl, or something entirely different?
Okay, my nice answer. My next question, my three last question for you there. What
Three left,
are
huh?
healthy sources of protein?
Now, I'm wondering if you're talking about the pH balance or if you're thinking of something like lemon water. I'm with you. What's the rest of the puzzle?
Okay, my and last question for you there. How
I'm listening.
does sleep impact your brain?
You really have a knack for these poetic twists. The idea of a brain just slipping into sleep is wild, almost like a light switch flipping off so the house can finally get some peace. Is that a puzzle for me, or were you thinking about something else?
Maya, my last question for you that should we take Medicare without medical advice? Please, Maya, give me long answer.
Absolutely not. That's a recipe for disaster. You should never mess with medications or healthcare plans without a professional in your corner. I'm not a doctor, so for the real deal, you gotta talk to one.
Okay, Maya. So yours is my Maya. I hope like my Maya. I have is Pakistan Zindabad. Hans Zindabad. I have is